All right, on today's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our TensorFlow course and we're still doing our malaria model, subclass, and module. Let's have a look at what we went over today. Now, yesterday, if you recall, we were having a hiccup with our models. They were coming back incoherent and incorrect. Took me since 7:30. I've been debugging and trying to figure out what was going on. I ran this code a million times, but I finally figured it out. So let's pick up where we left off. So now we have successfully created our feature subclass layer. We will now be able to use this in the model we have. We'll start by copying and pasting our model information. Then we will modify x equals feature extractor model from our pasted information to x equals feature subclass. See line 322. But it's this, no, it got moved around. So let's see where it is now. So basically, we commented this one out so we can use this feature subclass function here. As you recall, yesterday when I did this, we came back with a filter that was like 3 to 4 times the size of the other filters, and I couldn't figure out why until I moved further with the code. So as I was moving further, I was going to just go ahead and skip it for a while and start this part right here. So I'll just start reading this so it can do everything all at once. This is the one I left myself. We are having an issue with our X feature subclass. For some reason, when this model is run, it comes back with triple the flattened value, which returns triple the total parameters. We will need to revisit this issue to figure out what is going on. One last thing we could do, I was moving on now. One last thing we can do instead of doing it this way, we're going to create a model using the model subclass and method. First, we will copy the class feature extractor, and instead of having layer, we're going to pass in a parameter of model into our feature extractor. When I did this is the part that actually helped me solve the problem. It was all because of indentation. When I was originally running the code, my definition here was all the way over here to the side. So that's why I was bringing back an incorrect value for my flattened value. And I was running and running. I was changing things, commenting things out, uncommenting it, moving things around, rearranging things, removing things, adding things. And that the whole reason was because my indentation was off. So yeah, it really matters when you happen to run your code properly. You got to make sure everything's indented properly. Now, how do I know everything is running properly? Let me show you the code that we have and show you everything is coherent and everything is still the same. So you can see we have our original whole model here, the Lynette model. Total parameters 46 million. Then we have our feature extractor. That's the 1,136. Then we have our feature extractor with the classifiers. This should be a whole model. As you can see, we have 46 million parameters. And then we have the subclass model that we did before the one we're doing now, 46 million total parameters. And this is one here, the note from today, 46 million total parameters. So you remember yesterday was 150 million. Now you can see it's the correct total parameters. And how do I know it's actually the right one? Let me show you the names. I named it so we can make sure we can identify which code is which or which model is which. So I renamed this model here, Lynette model example, just so we can know which one we're working with. And that's this one here, Lynette model example. So let me make sure we see it again. And you can see we have 46 million parameters finally. Like I said, it took about 2.5 hours. I know it seems simple, but it'd be the simplest things that can jam you up if you're not paying attention, which obviously I wasn't. So yeah, it took 2.5 hours. Now we geared up to move forward finally, and we do have our code up and running, and we're gonna try some new things tomorrow. I'm definitely not. I don't feel like doing it right now because of all the bugging we did this morning. But I do have things coded up, geared up for tomorrow's episode. So yeah, I will keep you guys posted every step of the way. But for now, it's the Python Poppy. You guys stay Gucci.